3 cheers for the King. Charles, Camilla, Kate and William meet well-wishers on walkabout along the mall on the eve of the coronation, and is that another VIP guest arriving on a private jet from LA? The King and the Prince and Princess of Wales have arrived on the mall to greet members of the public in a surprise appearance less than 24 hours before the coronation. The road leading to Buckingham Palace was cleared and royal fans eagerly lined the route, having likely figured out that they may well catch a glimpse of the new king due to the security and media presence. People cheered and could be heard shouting "God Save the King" as the senior figures of the monarchy arrived to shake hands with well-wishers. It came after King Charles and Kate joined Buckingham Palace lunch for VIPs today as excitement ramped up with less than 24 hours until Britain's first coronation for 70 years. His Majesty was joined by working royals at a special event for Prime Ministers and Governors-General at the Palace from midday, just after the heavens opened on London. The Prince and Princess of Wales, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence were at the event. The royal continued were the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, the Duke of Kent. But there was no invite from Prince Andrew, who was seen driving around Windsor this lunchtime. There were 42 attendees in total, including UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Australia's Republican Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, and Prime Minister of New Zealand Chris Hipkins. Charles, Queen Consort Camilla and Prince William had been at Westminster Abbey this morning for final rehearsals ahead of the coronation tomorrow, around the time Prince Harry may have landed in the UK. His Majesty and his wife waved to crowds as he was driven down the mall to the church for further preparations, before a run of diplomatic duties including hosting a Buckingham Palace lunch for VIPs. But the monarch looked shocked by the heavy rain as he passed thousands of people who are camped out along the route from the Abbey to the palace, including the packed mall, dubbed Glastonbury due to the huge numbers camped out there. Charles was joined by working royals at a special lunch for Prime Ministers and Governors-General at the Palace from midday, just after the heavens opened on London. After today's lunch, the King, who is head of the Commonwealth, will also attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government Leaders meeting and garden reception at London's Marlborough House this afternoon. Guests arrived in the white drawing room before a drinks reception in the music room followed by lunch in the blue drawing room. Mr. Sunak was laughing and chatting with guests while Kate, wearing a white dress, spoke to leaders including Mr. Albanese and Mr. Hipkins. William, the Prince of Wales, was also photographed in the back of a car being driven to the Abbey today. Meanwhile, Prince Harry may have already landed in the UK for his 24-hour visit for the coronation, leaving his wife and 2 children at home. The Duke of Sussex is intending to fly back to California straight after the historic ceremony ends tomorrow afternoon so he can make it back to see Archie on his 4th birthday. This morning a private jet from Van Nuys Airport in California landed at Farnborough, the airport closest to Windsor Castle. Van Nuys is just an hour from Harry and Meghan's Montecito mansion, but it is not yet known if he was on board. Some 100 heads of state are descending on London for the coronation on Saturday, with representatives from 203 countries due to attend. Japan's Crown Prince Akishino and Crown Princess Keiko were among those checking in at their London hotel this morning. On the eve of the coronation, the King and the royal family will host a reception for foreign royalty and other overseas dignitaries at the palace tonight. French President Emmanuel Macron, Germany and Italy's ceremonial presidents Frank-Walter Steinmeier and Sergio Mattarella, and Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will be among those in Westminster Abbey. Chinese Vice President Han Zheng, who presided over a civil liberties crackdown in Hong Kong, is also on the King's guest list, in a move branded outrageous by conservative MPs. Excitement for the coronation risks being overshadowed by a furious row about China's involvement. Beijing yesterday confirmed it was sending Mr. Han, accused of overseeing a brutal clampdown on freedom in Hong Kong, to attend the event tomorrow. Lord Patten, the last British governor of Hong Kong, said China's decision to nominate Mr. Han to come to London for the celebration show does not give two hoots about the UK. The Daily Mail also revealed today that Chinese-made surveillance cameras banned from UK government departments will be spying on the coronation crowds. Some 38 of the Hikvision devices have been placed across the parade route from Buckingham Palace to Trafalgar Square, sparking national security fears. Hikvision has worked closely with China's military in the past, and British MPs have said its cameras have been deployed in Uyghur internment camps in Xinjiang province. The U.S. government has banned the company from all federal agencies, and Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster Oliver Dowden ordered all ministries last November to remove Hikvision cameras over security concerns. Lord Patten said the decision to send Mr. Han, and the Foreign Office's offer to engage with him, reflects how China sees the UK. It's an indication of the fact that, however much you grovel to China, however much you try to give them face, they don't give a toss about giving us face because they could have sent lots of other people, he told BBC Radio 4's World at One program. There are, after all, 1.4 billion of them, and they chose to send the guy who's responsible for breaking their word about Hong Kong. If it wasn't deliberate, then it shows how casually they actually treat us anyway. So, however hard we try to lean over backwards, horizontally sometimes, to accommodate their own political narrative, I don't think they really give two hoots about us.
You know I care about your problems, but I can solve them. I want you to stop them before you fall again. I just wanna focus and forget about all of this, and forget about our promises. Your honesty won't matter when you know me, and I just want your love when I feel lonely. I know it's hard for you to let it go, especially when you're all alone. I don't know how to tell you that I'll call you when I'm ready, yeah. Yeah, I'll call you when I'm ready, yeah. Broken hearted in the summer sun, this feeling's all you know when you can't let it go, let it go. And I don't wanna tell you that I miss you, and I don't, deep down. Yeah, we just gotta hold on, for better or for worse tonight. Yeah, we just gotta hold on, stop lying cause I know you ain't right. Yeah, I just wanna focus, yeah I know this, but I can't notice if you trust me. I just wanna focus and forget about all of this. You know I care about your problems, but I can solve them. I want you to stop them before you fall again. I just wanna focus